Dallas Cowboys.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Fielded at the 7. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll send him over right.
Black, ready, ready.
The first carry now for Kyren Williams. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. Space on the right, he's got room. To the house, touchdown LA! The Rams take a 6-0 lead right away. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, check the point, ain't it? 47. 26.
Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for Dallas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Schoonmaker's there to haul it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Set. Cut, cut.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down. 4th down. Pass coming. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he will not score. score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good. Rams, first down.
Line up the design keeper. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal, they're going to throw.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
Third and goal.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Red 38.
He keeps it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Prescott out of his end zone. Gets everything he has under this one. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Throwing again here from the end zone. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take 20. 26.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one in the 36-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Yes! 26.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Free inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Take that play right there. That run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie is putting on a show.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cowboys 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Set, punt. Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on to the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got it.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set, ready.
Give to Williams from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ready.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Here we go. Set, punt.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw here. Short pass brought in. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard.
Jason Myers.
I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. You kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Returning it from the 4.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10.
Down. Punt.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. They'll cobble together a yard there. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Buying some time left. All the left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Come on, punt, punt.
Williams now on first and 10. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. This has the makings of a shootout. A lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. We're all knotted up at 14. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Drops this one down here for Williams. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Rams.
Here we go.
From the red zone on 1st. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play with a reliable source of yardage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 33, yellow. Smith, red. Ready?
Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 20. Ready.
He's going to keep this one. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. 4th down. They're going to throw for it. Complete out to the right side. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. And he's out a little short of the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get pushed down up near that 40-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, Prescott. This is complete to Ferguson out left. A lot of mess on the move here. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah!
Throw here, 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roger McCreary takes it away. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's making a house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Turpin with a return. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Yeah,
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Throwing the out route complete. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I killed it.
First down, here's Dak. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
46. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Dak throwing again. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And they get this down to the 28. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Brought in right side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Listen, everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
47. Yeah, 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cowboys 21. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Looking quickly here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down pass play coming. Finds him over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Throwing from the gun. That's caught by Williams. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Sticking to the air here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing it again here. Taken in by Williams outright. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Yellow, blue, 60 green jack.
They are throwing it again. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Rams will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
Cowboys 21.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 20-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Kill!
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. They're on good freight. Now they've got 3rd down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. All right. this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. It's another rushing play. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
The longer I do this, Kate, certainly at the NFL level, you feel how important those minutes are going into half, and how important they are coming out of half, especially when you're looking at a deficit they are. This is exactly how you want to start the second half.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A gain of 19 yards.
Offense in a hurry up here.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, set.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Oh, and that was close, but they're going to have to get this on 3rd down now. He is to the 27. Offense to the line fast.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott now on 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's going to be 4th and short. That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Yeah.
Back to throw it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll run here on 1st down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. One got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah!
Prescott here from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. The 50. The 30. The 10. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, well, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Turpin with a return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Yeah!
Back to the air following that pick 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. And it's 2nd and 14. Dak now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Could not beat the defender there. It's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
46. Yeah!
Snap is off. It's Prescott. He's got it to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
1st and 10 at the
Hey,
47-yard line.
Kill! Hey, here we go. 26.
First down, here's Dak. Rams got it on the sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Cowboys, 1st down.
Dak throwing again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Working quickly here.
46.
Another throw for Prescott. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. From the gun is Prescott. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
47. Line 80. 26.
3rd and goal, Prescott. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Now we'll run here with Blake Corum. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd down run by Corum. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Field, black. Down, black, red. Blue, 32. Ready?
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And he's going to score. Pick 6 for Dallas. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Prescott's going to throw for it. And they pick him off again. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline and get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Back to work they go after the interception. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. Black.
Corum straight ahead. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. It could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Come on,
line.
set. Cut, cut.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Pass play now. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
22 needle. Ready.
Running for the marker with Williams. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Ready.
4th down. Pass coming. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Christian Fulton.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
He's still going at the 30. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
There you go, 47, 26.
Hand off to the back. Again, he's got room. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
Rams 42. Jason Myers set the kickoff.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Opposite. Green. Set. Set.
Another run for Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker, and now a chance at a stand here with 3rd and 1.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Ready.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Running right, it's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Set up the screen. Here's Nakua. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
A gain of 4.
That's set. This is 3rd and 5.
Let's go. What? Ready?
He's back to throw. Crosses the 35. Still got more room. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Blue, set.
He's going to throw this one. Complete. It's Atwell. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
That's another Rams first down. A gain of 14.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Rams trail by a field goal. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
He's going to throw it again. Throw is caught. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Second and 3 now.
Ready, ready. 52, ready.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
Tackle made back.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, 47. Yeah, here we go. I think.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
On 1st down, they'll run. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and a yard.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We go with a design keeper. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Huard and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.